So to speak a little bit to the meditation or that visualization, the idea here is that you just want to get people to be in a comfortable, grounded place, and you're just inviting them to think about the range of issues that count as issues in the world, and to have them consider what issue feels like it's calling to them the most right now, or calling to them with the loudest voice right now. And maybe you have like a meditative practice. Maybe meditation is a part of your life. Maybe it's not. It totally doesn't matter. And you don't have to be anything or do anything that you don't feel comfortable with. This really could be as simple as you asking folks to just relax, to clear their mind, and to think about everything we talked about in the morning up until that point, because we would have talked about social impact. We would have heard lots of stories of different folks in the cohort about what counts as social impact. We would have had a discussion about it already, where we've hopefully established that very little things count and very big things count. And so you can just ask folks to sit down, clear their mind, and just think about how many different issues there are in the world, like how many issues they see on the news or in their news feed, or are explored in social media that they check out, or that they even heard this morning, and that the really small counts and then the really big counts, and for them just to consider, like, what's the thing they feel drawn to the most? What is the issue? What is an issue? It doesn't have to be the only issue they have in the world, but what's an issue that calls them the most right now? And it's also nice to normalize that this doesn't have to be an issue. It's not like you're signing up for this issue for the rest of your life. It's just an issue that you're realizing is something that has energy for you, especially like right at that moment. So it doesn't need to be anything more than that. You could just say, hey, I want all of us to relax. Let's just kind of get comfortable, and let's think about all the different ways that social impact looks, all the different things that can count as social impact, from the very small way you can be good to a neighbor to the very big way you can start a global NGO, and all the different issues that we've explored this morning. I think it's good to not name too many issues specifically, because I think that can nudge people in certain directions. So it's just more about like all of the issues. It's about, I think ideally it's about remaining vague with language like consider all the issues that we talked about this morning, all the ways that you can participate in social impact, all the ways that you've been impacted, that you've heard about people impacted, and all the ways that people are challenged in the world. And just see if there's one issue that's calling out to you more than the others. And just note that. Just note what that is. And don't try to steer it. Just allow it to be. Because maybe this is surprising you. It's nice to tell this to them. Maybe this is surprising you. Maybe you thought you were like, this was the issue that was really key to you. But maybe now when you reflect on this, there's another issue that's really calling to you, like that genuinely is moving you right now. And whatever that issue is, let's stay with that. And so you have folks kind of identify an issue that is most calling to them right now, without judgment, whatever it is. And then when they know what it is, after you've done this for a couple minutes, then you can say, okay, now I want us to all just take a little break and grab your piece of paper, grab your pen and your markers or whatever you have, and just going to spend a couple minutes just drawing that issue. And it's nice to normalize that artistic skill is not being measured here. This is not about creating something super beautiful or photorealistic. It's just about representing the issue in a way that's not verbal. It's just giving you a chance to express this issue, this challenge that you've identified, in a way that doesn't rely on words. There can be words in it, but it's really about the visual, the pictorial representation of it. And yeah, just let them know that it's cool for it to be all. It could be stick figures. It could just be one line. As long as it makes sense to them, and as long as they feel it's a honest, accurate representation of the issue, then that's fine. That's great. And yeah, I think it's about really encouraging freedom. It's about encouraging individual expression, and yeah, and it doesn't have to be any more complicated than that. And then once everybody's done with the drawings, then you can move on to the next part of the activity. Hopefully that helps. If you have any questions, please shout me or Marcelo out.